Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Kent. Yeah, I'm doing a daily vlog today. Yes, today we're going to do a pocket dump deconstruction. Remember on the weekends, usually these come late in the evening. It's already after 7 o'clock. I'm about ready to sneak out for a little bit. Man, I've used this Saturday. This is a little later than usual on the weekend because I just treated it like it was a holiday. I stayed in the bed watching, the internet, doing all kinds of stuff. Then I went downstairs to pick up some very special packages. Took my big knife down there. But this time it wasn't just from Amazon, although I did get Amazon. It was also from three new knives, 2 customs. And it's going to surprise you what kind of customs, and 1 Spyderco sprint run. So we'll talk about those. I haven't even posted it to Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken. That's the Instagram. I will later on tonight, but I just opened up the packages. Man, we are so close to 1,000. So I actually, believe it or not, sat down and replied to some comments. That pushed this a little later too, but I wanted to do that, especially to some people who've been following me from the beginning and just saying how much I appreciate them. Actually, I appreciate all of you who stop by and watch these videos. I know you can do a lot of other things. I know there's a lot of other knife places on the internet. I watch them all on YouTube, so I really appreciate that time. And then I got here and I said, let's do this. And I looked at these. I love my knives. I have 2 more customs that should come in probably around Tuesday. They are completely different from the 2 customs that I have that I'll show you at the end of this. So we're going to go through the pocket dump deconstruction. We're going to talk about the big knife, because remember Saturdays I go down to the mailroom. So we're going to talk about the big knife. We're going to talk about the knife that got away. And then I'm going to give you just a quick sneak peek of my new knives, my new Spyderco, and 2 new customs I'm looking at. I just love it. I've just been feeling them all day and night. Old school, low tech, brand new customs. And then some fancy smancy ones will be coming next week. I got surprised with a surprise bonus from work. That's why I've been running around, but I got surprised with money I didn't expect, and I should have put it in my sports mobile fund. Instead, I said, let's get a couple of customs. I don't have a lot of customs. Let's go with some customs. You might see more customs coming, but you guys know I love all the other stuff. And then, of course, I'm going to get going. Because I was surprised with a little money that I didn't expect to get. It was more than a little money, but a little money that I didn't expect to get. Listen to this, folks. Remember, for those of you old heads, yeah, we're going to talk about this. These late night ones are more ramble than anything else, but this one should be fun. A lot of knives will end up on the table. Remember, I'm getting excited because we're getting close to 1,000. I know YouTubers. I know they got billions of people subscribed, billions of views all the time. One hater earlier on was like, look, you only get this. I love it. I'm from Youngstown, Ohio, folks. This is how we do it. We work every day, all right? And I really appreciate you guys. But anyway, let's talk about, what was I going to say? So remember when uploading was tough because I had the slowest internet? I invested in the highest speed internet. So right before I go to work, I can get this thing up here quick. These are 25-minute videos, HD videos, and they get up before 11 o'clock before I run out. Well, I invested in a new camera. One reason I did a new camera, not just for the vlogs, but I'm getting older. I'm starting to think about what's next, and starting to think about what am I going to concentrate on for the next 10,000 hours. Remember that 10,000 to become a professional. I'm going to stop running out. Woo, I'm talking way too much. We're getting to the knives, honest. Please hold on or fast forward this to the knife part. But I did get a new camera and a new lens. hopefully, and my goal is to shoot the Spyderco Palooza on the new camera. So it should be nice and good focus. We'll see. We'll see if it all works out. So I'm thinking about how we're going to do that. And what we'll probably do, I'll give you more about how we'll probably do it. We probably will do the mini collection by mini collection. And it'll be several. So what we'll probably do is you'll have a regular diet of 2 videos each day. The pocket dump deconstruction in the morning. And then in the evening, I'll upload one of the Spyderco videos, and we'll try to get through those as much as possible, okay? And have fun doing it, because man, there's a lot of Spydercos, and I'm buying new ones so as we go. So there's a bunch of new ones as well. Okay, man, I rambled for 6 minutes. I apologize. I do apologize. Forgive me for that. I just wanted to thank all of you guys. I'm getting excited. Plus, I've been sitting around vacationing on a Saturday. It's a tag watch. I'm going to go a little quicker than usual. If you're new, this is your first video. I usually don't go this quick through, but I'm going to show you a bunch of knives. I have a playlist of a whole bunch of knives. I don't know how many now, maybe 156 or so on the playlist of pocket dump deconstructions. You can go through any of those. Please do. Please enjoy yourself. Today, by the way, is Saturday, October 22nd, 2016. I always give the date. I know you might be watching this on another day, another month, another year. I do that so that you know that we do this every single day. I have a big collection of knives, and I try as much as possible to have a variety in my pocket. I always carry 3 knives. There's a lot of combinations, and I always carry a Cuban cigar. La Gloria Cabana, one of my favorites. And I do carry a flask every single day. Today it's about the vodka. And I always, because my grandfather did for good luck, I always carry a 1-ounce silver coin from around the world. In this case, it's a 2012. Let's see, I'm getting some shade over this proof coin. Hope you can see it. In this case, it's a 2012 Australian Kookaburra coin as my special good luck coin. It seems a little smaller than usual 1 ounce, but it's because it's so thick. It's thick. It's still 1 ounce. One of my vintage Coach wallets. And of course, like most people, field notes. I always have a pad. And now let's talk about the carry today. I'm smiling because I'll tell you as we go through. The small, this is really a nice, light, small carry. This, of course, is the Spyderco roadie. You guys know I love all 5 of them. There are 5 of these. Slip joints. This is a slip joint knife with that half stop. Most modern slip joint knives have that half stop to protect your fingers going up and going down. It's a real nice slip joint. Most Spydercos have a choil right there to make sure they don't slip on you. Really nice knife. Real thin. It has that FRN scales, that fiberglass reinforced nylon. I just call it space age plastic. I'm sure there's some nerd on the internet that can give you a 20 pages of explanation, but it feels like great. It's sturdy. It's wonderful. I noticed that a lot of the knives, look, no liner on this, but it's very sturdy. I love this. I love the material, and I love Spyderco's use of it. N690 steel on this. It's only 1 ounce. It's very light. 2.1 inch blade. Just a wonderful knife. Instead of the nail nick, you know, I'll tell you now, the 2 customs that I have that's already here, they're actually slip joints. Can you believe I spent so much money on a slip joint knife? They have nail nicks too. You spent a lot of money. I'm old school, buddy. I love all this new fangled stuff, but I really like the old school stuff. You'll see those later on. This did away, what Spyderco did was do away with the nail nick and have these two that you can pinch and pull open. The requirement was that it was a two-hand opener. That's why that Spyderco hole is just for branding. You can't use it. Really good for international. Really good for international use because by law, someone gave me a great comment from the UK. It's not that they prefer slip joints. By law, it needs to be a slip joint, needs to be opened by two hands, and needs to be of a certain size for an EDC carry. So this is the Spyderco roadie. Comes in 5 colors. This is gray, black, blue, orange, and red. I just love it. So handy. Just throw it in your pocket. No clip. No. Throw it in your pocket. Put it on your keychain like I'm putting it on mine. Just a real nice. Throw it in your purse. Just a real nice knife. The second knife that I don't carry as much as I probably should. This is an interesting knife. It really is. Did I do a special? I think I did a special first impression of this knife when I got it. It's Spyderco's collaboration with UK's Ray Mears. He's really a bushcraft expert. And this is what they call the Wolfspyder. It's the Wolfspyder. What it is really the first bushcraft knife, folding knife. He's very good with bushcraft. You know, Spyderco has already done 2 bushcraft fixed blades. One that was really geared to the bushcraft audience. It had a high carbon blade because bushcrafters really want to be able to sharpen their blades easily. So they take care of them. Unlike the stainless steel, that's just harder to sharpen. This has that Scandi. I call it Scandi. It's the Scandinavian grind. The Scandinavian grind. They like that as well because they do a lot of action in the wood. Real work. It's a hard working grind. That's what this is. This is not a high carbon. This is stainless steel though. It's S30V steel. G10, the green G10, and guess what they also put in? Spyderco's compression lock. By the way, that compression lock is a very strong lock. Any one of you that has the ParaMilitary 2 knows that. It's very strong. This was just released this year, 2016, as I record this. One of the knives during Spyderco's epic 40th anniversary year. Yeah, we're in the middle of it. I'll tell you, my banking account knows about it because I promised myself at the beginning of the year that I would buy all the folding knives. That's why this one has ended up in my hand. S30V steel, like I said, it's the Scandinavian grind. It's just really nice. No, it doesn't replace the big fixed blade that most bushcrafters have. Look, I'm a guy who spends all my time in an office, right, in a big city. What I know about bushcraft, here's what I know. I dream about bushcraft. You know, a lot of men, don't you? Even though you're sitting in your easy chair, being out in the bush with knives and just camping and killing what you eat and doing all that kind of thing. I love the videos about them. Yeah, I'm an easy chair bushcrafter at heart, I guess. But this is the folding knife in your pocket. Doesn't replace it. It's a nice companion. The interesting thing about this knife, because when I started looking for it and I heard it was already out, I couldn't find it for a long time. And it's because this collaboration is a little bit different than a lot of other makers that Spyderco does. While they, in their catalog, Spyderco talks about it online, promoted it. Whenever Eric was out at Blade Show or anywhere else, he would talk about it, SHOT Show, but I couldn't find it. And then I realized that the primary person selling it, was actually Ray Mears on his UK website. And so, you know, you could buy it there. You'd have to pay the pounds and get it internationally shipped. And then, of course, it started to show up secondary markets. You can see that little number on my blade. That's one of the people in the Spyderco club that gets all the knives. And so here it is. I like this knife, though. This is what the modern day Boy Scout knife is. Boy Scouts, grown-up Boy Scouts that do bushcrafting. It's just an everyday knife. When we talk about an EDC knife, that's the ultimate EDC. It may not be as pretty as a lot of us like it. It may not be with flipper and all of that kind of thing. But man, that's an everyday carry right there. It's a real everyday carry. The large knife is Chris Reeve's TiLock. This is the original TiLock. 3 of these now have been released by Chris Reeve in the series. I have the 3rd one, the Elemento, as well. I don't have the 2nd one. Just really nice. This is Chris Reeve's collaboration with Gavin and Grant Hawk. They are just, oh, look them up on Google. Go to their website. They're so creative. Their knives are just, they tackle things. I don't know if you followed these vlogs. In one of my pocket dump deconstructions, I showed you, and I'll show you the knife that got away today. Actually, is an out the front automatic. They're tackling. They have created an out the front automatic. All of the automatics have some play because of how they work with the spring and everything. They've actually created one with no play in it. I mean, they're that creative. They are just a wonderful team. And then they team up with Chris Reeve. And what they wanted to do is get all the locking and everything out of the handle of the knife. Look through it, straight through. And so what they did was they came up with this titanium lock. The TiLock is what it's called. And let me show you it. See? So what happens is you open it up. Yeah, you can open it with one. Just pinch and open. And then right here, these studs click in. You also see the lock bar there. So it's this real strong lock. It's not the strongest lock. They weren't setting out for the strongest lock. They're setting out for a strong lock that can get it done, and the handle, get it all out of the handle. What a nice design. Looks great. And I love this, the original with all the holes in it. All tie, of course, with a tie clip. It's light with the brass handles, the blue titanium on the lock. That's the Chris Reeve TiLock, folks. Let's talk about it. 3.25-inch blade, S35 VN steel, because you know that's how Chris Reeve is rocking these days, right? The Chris Reeve TiLock, with help from Gavin and Grant Hawk, S35 VN steel, 3.25 inches. Yeah, brand new lock on a Chris Reeve knife. And of course, you know, Chris Reeve is known for that excellent Chris Reeve integral frame lock. So I love that he did that stretch with them. And he's doing a series of knives. That's it. That's the carry, you know. I took a bunch of pictures. I haven't put it on Instagram yet. No, I'm going to though. So everything in this, it's late as it always is, but I haven't exposed any of this on Instagram. That, though, will be on Instagram. Please thumb it up. Let's keep this going. We're getting close to 1,000, so hit that subscriber button. I am starting to work the camera. I got the lens in today. The camera and the microphone. I don't know how I'm going to do the audio, so I'm trying to get a mic that'll work with the lens pointed away from me. So we'll see what happens. That doesn't come in until Tuesday. Tuesday we should have maybe even Wednesday, even though it's Prime. I think it's not coming until Wednesday. So we may hit 1,000, and that day I may not do it yet because I want to try the new cameras. If the new camera doing this is a huge frustration, we'll go back to the iPhone. We'll go back to the iPhone so that we can get these pictures out. Okay. I won't be delaying. I'm really excited. But hit that subscribe button and let's do this. Of course, that's the carry, that's the deconstruction, but this is the Keith Kevin Ken YouTube channel, and this is the knife that got away. You guys know it's one of my favorite knives. It really is. It's the perfect size. It's the Microtech UTX-85. It's 85 because it's 85% of the size of the Ultratech. Microtech's one of the most popular automatic. Whenever I say that, someone says, I don't think that's the most. I don't know. I don't have the figures, but we all can agree that it's a super, okay, super successful knife from Microtech. Out the front means just that. The blade is automatic, comes out the front. This is double action because it goes out and in. This is great because this is the newer version of the automatics from Microtech. Has that bigger trigger right here with more grip. It's just really nice. I did one of these 2 days ago, the Trudon, and you know, the glass breaker on the back had that point. Well, this has a ball bearing. Does the job, but doesn't stick me as much when I have it in my pocket. Oh man, aluminum, of course, for the handles. I just really like this. I have the combo blade because that was the only blade left. They have re-released, I've seen them around. I keep wanting to get a colorful one now that I have the black one. But every time I go, the colorful ones are already sold out. So I'll wait. But this baby is really nice. I was thinking about doing that instead of the Spyderco Wolfspyder. But you know what? I hadn't carried that Wolfspyder. And I wanted to carry it. So I'm going to. That's the knife that got away. Of course, every Saturday, I go down to pick up my Amazon packages. And then every Sunday, I go down to pick up my Blue Apron, the food folks package. And every time the front desk says, I don't have it here, the guys in the back mailroom want you to go there. So every time I bring them one of my big knives. You know, I just realized when I came back, oh, they love this. I think it's the second time I showed them. They love this. They want to buy them. I'm going to start taking down my militaries as well. I take down fixed blades and whatever, and they literally, we sit lying to each other like guys do and having a great time. And they just have fun just cutting boxes. I like it. It's like if these were dogs, I take them out to exercise because I don't do that much cutting, right? I'm in an office situation. They really have fun with my big knives. This is a beast of a knife. I love this knife. I really do. Look how, let me get it down in focus. This right here is the Chris Reeve collaboration that is just with Lacey Szabo. It's the Spyderco Szabo folder. Lacey, he's a law enforcement officer, an ex-Marine, a world-class martial artist. He likes pointy things. He likes tactical things. This groove here is so if you're in a knife fight, you know, it can catch the blade. He knows how to really use this. I sometimes carry this, putting it in my front seat when I'm going into a sketchy situation. That's lawful where I come from. Don't ask me in the comments, where do you come from or where you work? Not going to tell you. This is a separate thing. But man, I just love it. Look how big this thing is. That's tactical, buddies. Of course, I can tell you now, it cuts up boxes real nice too. Real nice blade. 4.6 inch blade. S30V steel. Nice steel. Again, 4.6 inches on the blade. I like this gold carbon fiber on top of G10. It's not the full carbon fiber, but doesn't it look just nice? Nope, not a frame lock. Guess what? This is a heavy, heavy duty compression lock. It is a heavy duty compression lock. Yeah, I figured let's talk about the compression locks. This is a big one on the Szabo, Spyderco Szabo. But man, oh man, Szabo folder. Is that nice? I can tell you, after buying this, I spent a year and a half. I still, every time I see the blacked out version of this, there's a blacked out version, folks, all black, wonderful. Talk about if you really want to get tactical. I just haven't pulled it because I don't carry this big thing. This is one of those that a lot of times I actually rotate the knives next to my door and next to my bed, because I have a lot of tactical knives. You'll see when we go through the Spydercos, I have a lot of reverse S knives. I have a lot of hawkbill knives, baby. And so just for protection, at my desk, by the door, by my bed, I have these big knives. That is the Spyderco Szabo. Okay. Whew. I know it's long. So let's now talk about the new knives. I'm going to do this quick. I will do first impression videos at some point, either tomorrow or the next day. I have more customs coming around Tuesday, I think. 2 customs that are completely different than these customs. They are fancy customs, all modern and stuff, and you'll know the name of the makers when I show them. This is not a custom, but I just got it. It's the Spyderco, yeah, another sprint run. This is a sprint run, which means only 1,000 or less. Spyderco has really been releasing a lot of paramilitary tools with different types of steel as exclusive to the Knife Center, to Blade HQ, etc. This one, though, is a sprint run, a legit sprint run with gray G10, which I love. Everything else, look at it. This is brand new, right? You gotta love paramilitary. Did you see it drop? It's just wonderful. The thing that makes this a sprint run, of course, is the steel. And this Spyderco sprint run, with its 3.5-inch blade, like all of the paramilitary 2s, has CRUWEAR, CPM CRUWEAR steel on it. Just came out. It's brand new this year. Another sprint run, another knife in the 40th anniversary year of Spyderco. That's brand new. We'll talk about that later. I'll be carrying it at some point too. Now here are the 2 customs. They're the same but different, and they're both from a maker that I've been drooling over forever, Pena. I'm an old school guy. You know, at some point, my heart will give out. I'll be in my new sportsmobile in some national park, and in my pocket, and in a nice little, a wonderful case, they'll have the remaining knives of my collection, and this brand new one will be there. This is the Pena, 2 of them. They cost a lot, but beautiful. I hate that I just smudged that up so you can see that hand rubbed blade. I love that he just has Pena on it. I'll give some bigger discussions on that, on these later, but this one right here is the Shadow Zulu Spear from Pena. It's 3.1-inch blade, and it has this ivory micarta. Of course, they're both drop point blades. This ivory micarta right here. The spring is so flush. It's custom made, buddy. It feels so nice, so strong. And I know I just been talking about all these different locks and all of that. Oh, we're almost at 30. Let me get out of here. This one, the other one, is a Zulu Spear from Pena, P-E-N-A, Enrique. Man, I have 2 more of the knives that I want to get from him at some point when I get the money. But I wanted to just give myself a present. Brown micarta, just so beautiful. Both slip joints, both with the half stop. Just wonderful knives. So these are custom knives, and you guys know I don't have that many customs, but I wanted to reward myself, and we did that. There you have it, bunch of knives, over 30 minutes. Sorry to take all your time. Great thing about digital, you can fast forward past all my stuff. Oh, aren't those beautiful? I'll give you my first reactions at some point with a new video. Thank you guys. Hey, I appreciate all of you guys. I really do. I don't know how a grown man can tell you how much he appreciates it without being manly, without coming across as not as manly, but I appreciate your time. I really do. You guys have a perfect day. Hey, keep those pockets full. Whether it's a inexpensive knife or a custom knife, whatever it is, keep your pockets full. Have some fun. Goodbye.